Buddy, the power of progress, small steps, big impact. Earlier today, I came across a video, an interview actually, and the person being interviewed was talking about um, the power of progress and how it was like money, it was compounded, and it really got me thinking because they had went through a series of challenges, and so for them the benchmark was not where they were before, but where they were yesterday compared to today, and that even if they just made a little bit of progress over time, it would add up, and you could see the impact. And it just got me thinking. So I went and did a little bit of research about the compounding effect of progress, and then I started to think about some things in my own life and how it how I look back at where I am. Like these videos, I'm a lot better than I was 3 years ago, and I'm sure 3 years from now it'll be even better. So anyway, progress is about massive. It's about massive leaps. It's about constant or consistent daily action. Just like money, it compounds, and with interest, and small efforts stack up over time, leading to exponential growth. Whether it's in mindset, habits, or goals, every little step forward creates momentum for transformation. And I was just thinking, this year, in May of this year, is going to be 6 years of practicing daily gratitude. When I first started, I could only think of like two things. Now I can come up with 20 or 30 things, sometimes even more. It can go on, and it's a habit. It really truly is a habit for me now because it's one of the things I do in the morning when I first wake up. Is I do my gratitude. I don't think about it. No matter what's going on in my life, no matter how I felt the day before, um, whether I'm not feeling well, whether I'm traveling, no, it doesn't matter. I just do it. And if I'm traveling, what I typically would do, because I know I want to do it, if I know I got to be at the airport at 5 a.m., I will write it before I leave to go to the airport. And then when I get to the airport, I'll send it out. Or if I'm, having a flight that leaves later in the night, well, I know when I get to where I'm going first thing, I'll have it written and I'll just send it out. So, so for me, I never really thought about it, but I think it was last week I talked about stacking and what that can do for you in terms of creating progress and creating an effort. So anyway, consistency. So I came up with six things. Um, Consistency uh, beats intensity, right? Like if you're consistently doing something over and over again, it's just you're just gonna just get good at it. So progress is about showing up daily and not burning out with one-time efforts, like a small, steady stream of just consistency will just lead to lasting change. Um, for me, I was thinking, I've been on this weight reduction and a few other people that I know, and today I hit the scale and it was like I was like, wow, I'm almost at another milestone, and thought to myself like, it didn't happen overnight. It was just a little bit of conscious effort every day, not eating after 7 p.m., cutting out sugar and cutting out some other things, and really just being mindful. And well, for me personally, I check my weight every day. I don't, as best as I can. I want to know in what direction I'm going. So that's consistency on my part. But number two, the compound effect of effort. Uh, just like saving money, small efforts add up. 1% improvement each day leads to a massive transformation over time, right? Because I think it was James Quick in his book, but it's just these small little efforts really do add up to big results. We don't have to go out and do this big major thing because, like for example, today I had a plan for the day, and it didn't go as planned. Like something broke. I wasn't expecting it to break. I wasn't expecting to have the challenge, but in the process of living life, it broke. My iPad, it had to be reset, and it just didn't. It wouldn't restore. And finally, I got it done. but it took away some time from my day. Now I've learned in the past that no day ever is 100% the way I plan it. So I allow for these things to happen, and I still allow to see the progress that I've made. So when I saw this video, it's like, yeah, man. It may not the day may not have went 100% the way I wanted to, but at least I made some progress. I got progress in other things. Number three, momentum is built, not given. All right. The hardest part is starting. But once you gain momentum, progress feels easier and more natural. Like when I first started and I was up there, 270, going beyond that, I was thinking to myself, man, this is crazy. I can't, I want to go in that direction. It's the wrong direction. But I can't be where I was um, 6 years ago or even when I was 20. It's going to take some time. And so it took a couple of years to really get that. And the same thing with writing gratitude. I didn't just start and got to like 20, 30 things in one day. It took time. It was like the stacking effect. I just kept doing it. Now it comes naturally to me. It comes easy. I don't think about it. I just do it. Number four, tiny wins boost motivation. I have an accountability partner, and every week before we go into our accountability for the week and the future, we start out with our wins. And I got that concept from a buddy of mine, Joseph Varghese, and Success Circles, where we had these questions that we answered, but we'd always start a conversation. What were your wins since we last spoke? And we were meeting every day as accountability partners, so we were talking about the wins from the day before. There's something about talking about your wins and acknowledging your wins, because a lot of times we get caught up into just the doing of stuff that we blow past like the accomplishment. And so when I shared my wins with my accountability partner today, they were like, wow, man, you got a lot of wins. And I'm thinking to myself, my brain was like, that doesn't seem like a lot, but it was. So every small success creates confidence, and that fuels the drive to keep going. So we got to take time to stop and celebrate each step along the way. We really do. Number five, failure is part of process. It's part of the process. I used to think that if I failed, something was wrong. If I failed, it's not going to work. But it's not even failure. It's just finding out something that just doesn't work right? How many times have you tried something and on your way to making something better, something else breaks and you get the setback, like the iPad. I was trying to get my OBS to connect to it so I could use it in my presentation. Or I was like the other day when I was cutting the grass, something. Well, I remember what happened. We were changing the tire and the axle came out. And then all of a sudden you see all the things that are wrong, but it was just a setback. But in the process of that, repairing that thing, when my buddy Eric was here, I learned to do something I didn't even know was possible. And I got insight and understanding into a piece of equipment that now gives me a whole different perspective. So failure is part of the process. Progress isn't a straight line. There's always going to be setbacks. The setbacks are lessons. They help you to refine your approach. They help you to build resilience. Yesterday we talked about my friend Christy's story, the perseverance, right? Just sticking it out, not giving up. Failure is part of the journey. It actually helps you to build character. It helps you to build strength. If you went into the gym and you worked out and you got it right the first time, it wouldn't be on the need to go there. But you can get to that rep where it really hurts and you need a little assistance, and then eventually you get to the point where you're just doing it and it's just happening naturally. Yeah, man, that's what it's all about. And then finally, number 6, your future self is built today. Who I am now is a result of something I did in the past. And who I'm going to be in the future is a result of what I'm doing now and what I'm working towards. So I have a vision of where I want to be 60 days from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. right? And so, based on that vision, the efforts that I'm going to make today, the steps I'm going to take, are all in alignment with how I see myself in the future. I'm not going to be doing anything that doesn't lead me to that destination. So the habits and the choices I make now will shape who I become in the future. I have to trust the process, and I have to keep moving forward. Not every day everything is going to go as planned. Not every day is not going to look like I'm making progress. But, when I go back to this whole idea of like these tiny steps, it makes all the difference in the world. So I'm truly grateful for stumbling across or coming across that video today. And I shared it with a few friends because, sometimes we just need to be reminded that we're doing good, we're doing all right, and we're on the right path, and it's going to be okay. So that's my thought for the day, and I just wanted to share that with you. I hope you're having a wonderful time, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.